I think, guys are just starting to throw so much harder, and obviously throwing is an unnatural movement, and I'd imagine throwing 100 miles per hour is makes that even worse. So, for me, I think too many bullets at mid to upper 90s was my issue, and obviously a couple other guys are going down with the same thing. So it's really unfortunate, but luckily there's Tommy John to be done, and a quick recovery to get back.
Yeah, it's very tough to see because these are some great pitchers, and it's a lot of fun. Being a former pitcher, I see young guys come in. I like the 2-1 ball games. They get a lot of these guys that throw hard. That's the new thing now. I think baseball's a copycat league. One team gets something that works, every team gets it. They're not teaching these guys the proper mechanics. And I think the scouting reports really hurt these guys where they get defensive, where they think you got to throw a lot of breaking balls, you can't throw this pitch. Mike's down with certain pitches where instead of pitching to your defense, I think they help. And also I think the pitch counts and limits slows down development on these kids, and it starts in the minor leagues.
Well, it's unfortunate, and it's a lot of young pitchers. I think it's important that when it's not baseball season, they give their bodies a rest, they give their arms a rest. You talk to players across the board, we take time off after a season. Season would end, I wouldn't pick up a baseball for 2 or 3 months because I knew my arm needed a rest, my body needed a rest. And I think, for me, it's important that kids understand that. I know people want to specialize at an early age, but I don't agree with it.
I think it's a lot more related to velocity and force than it is necessarily to rest. Of course, that idea of overuse always kills the goose. I think the injuries are going to occur because the ligament's not made for that. But once you repair it and you get a little thicker one in there and get a 10-year warranty on it, you can pitch quite a long time and quite efficiently.
It's such a small tendon it's getting torn that maybe that's the difference right now. I don't know. It could just be one of those weird years where everyone gets hurt and the same thing. Like the oblique strain that came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and everybody was like, what do we do to treat that? And I'm like, oh, nothing. It happens.
I know that the Tommy John surgery has been basically pretty successful. Guys come back stronger, but I think warning bells went up this year when Medland and Beachy went down, had to have second Tommy John. Everybody felt like, okay, they're going to have Tommy John, I'm going to come back and be stronger and throw harder. Now you got 2 guys that had to get it done again, so that's a bit scary, and I think it's also scary for front office. It puts a doubt in the back of their mind. Do we want to do this? Is this really what we want to do?